Welcome back to Coronation Daily episode. What if I told you that one of Coronation Street's most beloved characters has crossed a line so devastating, so unforgivable, that there may be no way back? What if the man we've spent decades rooting for has become the very thing he always hated? Because tonight we're talking about Tyrone Dobbs. And trust me, this isn't just another Corrie secret. This is the beginning of a downfall. A collapse. The destruction of a reputation built over an entire lifetime. And by the time this secret explodes across Weatherfield, nobody will be left untouched. Because while Tyrone desperately clings to the lie, an innocent girl is paying the price. And that changes everything. But then everything changes. For weeks, viewers have sensed that something wasn't right. The nervous glances, the panic, the sleepless anxiety, the feeling that Tyrone was carrying something too heavy to hide forever. Now we finally know why. Through a series of devastating flashbacks, Coronation Street revealed the truth. Tyrone Dobbs was responsible for the accident that left Carl Webster trapped beneath a car. The revelation hit like a thunderbolt. But what makes this storyline so tragic isn't the accident itself. It's what happened afterward. Because accidents can be forgiven. Panic can be understood. Fear is human. But what Tyrone chose to do next? That's where this story takes a much darker turn. The cruel irony is that Tyrone wasn't trying to hurt Carl. In fact, he believed he was doing the right thing. He was attempting to catch Carl in the act. Trying to expose him. Trying to stop him. Trying to be the hero. But in one disastrous moment, everything spiraled out of control. The man trying to stop danger became the danger. The hero became the threat. And from that second onward, Tyrone's life was never going to be the same. What happens next is devastating. Standing there in the aftermath. Seeing Carl crushed. Seeing the consequences of his actions. Tyrone faced a choice. A choice that would define everything that followed. Call for help. Tell the truth. Face the consequences. Or run. And he ran. Back to the wedding. Back to safety. Back to normality. Or at least the illusion of it. That decision may haunt him for the rest of his life. Because the moment Tyrone walked away wasn't just the moment he abandoned Carl. It was the moment he abandoned the version of himself he had spent decades building. The good guy. The dependable one. The moral heart of the street. Gone. And that's what makes this storyline so emotionally devastating. For years, Tyrone has been a victim. He suffered through betrayal. Manipulation. Abuse. Heartbreak. Time after time, viewers sympathized with him. But this time he's the one causing the damage. And psychologically he has absolutely no idea how to deal with that reality. Every smile he gives fizz. Every family dinner. Every ordinary moment. Comes with a secret screaming inside his head. You are lying. You are hiding. You are guilty. And the pressure is crushing him. But that may not be the whole truth. Because Tyrone isn't facing this nightmare alone. Enter Ronnie Bailey. And this is where things become even more disturbing. Many viewers see Ronnie as a loyal friend. A man trying to help. But look closer. Much closer. Because Ronnie didn't simply support Tyrone. He encouraged the silence. He helped build the cover-up. He became the architect of denial. Every time Tyrone considers confessing, Ronnie is there. Every time guilt threatens to win, Ronnie pushes back. Every stay quiet becomes another brick in the prison Tyrone now lives inside. And that's why Ronnie may actually be the most dangerous player in this entire story. Tyrone is operating from fear. Ronnie is operating from calculation. That's a terrifying combination. And the consequences are already becoming impossible to ignore. Because while these men protect themselves, Summer Spellman is trapped in a nightmare she didn't create. Let's talk about Summer. Because this is the point where many fans stopped defending Tyrone altogether. Summer knows she saw him. She knows he was there. He knows the truth. Yet Tyrone looked investigators in the eye and denied it. Imagine what that does to a person. Imagine knowing someone you trusted could save you, and watching them choose silence instead. That isn't just betrayal. It's emotional devastation. It's psychological warfare. It's the destruction of trust itself. Summer isn't simply fighting for freedom. She's fighting to prove her own reality. And every day Tyrone stays silent is another day she suffers for a crime she didn't commit. For many viewers, that's the moment Tyrone crossed the line. Not the accident. Not the panic. The silence. The choice. the cover-up. And now that decision is coming back to haunt him. Because Carl Webster has started to notice everything. And Carl is no fool. He sees the panic. He sees the fear. He sees the guilt. Like a shark detecting blood in the water, Carl knows something is wrong. And he's enjoying every second of it. In the pub. In conversation. In every uncomfortable encounter. Carl keeps pushing. Keeps probing. Keeps testing Tyrone's limits. And Tyrone is cracking. Fully. Painfully. Publicly. The irony is almost unbelievable. The man suspected of wrongdoing now appears more honest than the man trying to expose him. The moral lines have become completely blurred. And that's exactly why this storyline is so addictive. Nobody is entirely innocent anymore. Nobody is entirely right. Everybody is compromised. And the explosion is getting closer. Spoilers suggest Carl's pressure campaign is only just beginning. The confrontations are becoming more aggressive. The questions more dangerous. The tension more unbearable. And Tyrone's behavior is becoming impossible to ignore. Fizz has noticed. Others are noticing. The walls are closing in. And when secrets reach this stage in Coronation Street, they don't stay buried. They detonate. Which brings us to a theory that could change everything. What if Tyrone's downfall collides with the arrival of his long-lost father? What if Cassie's explosive exit becomes entangled with this scandal? What if family history and present-day guilt collide in one catastrophic chain reaction? Because right now, multiple storylines are orbiting the same theme. Truth. Debbie Webster wants the truth revealed before it's lost forever. Carl wants the truth uncovered. Tyrone wants the truth buried. Those forces cannot coexist forever. Eventually something breaks. And when it does, the fallout could be enormous. Criminal charges. Family breakdowns. Friendships destroyed. Relationships shattered. Public humiliation. And perhaps most painful of all, the loss of everything Tyrone believes he is. Because this isn't really a story about a garage accident. It's a story about identity. About what happens when a good man does something terrible. About what happens when guilt becomes stronger than honesty. About what happens when fear becomes your master. Right now Tyrone Dobbs stands at a crossroads. One path leads to confession. Shame. Punishment. But maybe redemption. The other path leads deeper into the lie. Deeper into betrayal. Deeper into darkness. And every day he delays making that choice. Someone else pays the price. Summer. His family. His future. And maybe even his soul. The Tyrone Dobbs we thought we knew may already be gone. The only question now is whether there's enough of the old Tyrone left to finally tell the truth before everything he loves is destroyed. If you've enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the latest Coronation Street spoilers, theories, and explosive couples drama. But trust me, this story is far from over. And when the truth finally comes out, Weatherfield may never be the same again.